Five
Oh,
stars.
hey,
Five
Jake,
stars.
you want to hear about my awesome dream I had? Do you?
Well, start telling me it. You told me one.
Yeah, but this isn't. Yeah. I told you the dream I had today.
Yeah.
No, okay, so I had a dream today, right?
Yep.
And it
Go
was
ahead,
just,
Martin
it
Luther.
was freaking amazing. So basically, my dog.
Hmm.
Okay, so there's a cat that comes like in our backyard sometimes, right? And my dog barks at it. So in my dream, what's it called?
Freaking
My
amazing.
dog, my dog and my cat. Well, my dog and a cat were playing together, and then like a lot more cats came, and then I was just sitting out there and watching them, and then I saw my I saw my neighbors come in my backyard, and they started trying to take the cats and everything, and then I fought them off, and then but I didn't really do a good job. Uh,
Show me how you fought them off, Connor.
Sha. But anyways, yeah, I fought them off, right? And then later in my dream, I became a superhero. And like I was basically Spider-Man, but I didn't have a suit yet. So I made my own costume, and it was like pretty cool. And then what's called. Anyways, I
Are
made
you
my
sure
own
you were
costume.
dreaming, Connor?
I don't know. I made my own costume anyway. And then I waited in my backyard for my next door neighbors to come back in, and then they had they cut the gate open like from all sides, and then like four of them came, and then I was fighting them, and I was like dodging their attacks and everything, and then I got one of them, and the other ones just ran back to their house, and I knocked on the door. I was like, "Is this your son?" And they were like, "Yes," and I was like, he was trying to what's called take the cats that were there, and they were like, "Oh, thank you, sir. It would never happen again." And then I jumped so high, and then I webbed away.
You webbed away?
Yeah, like swing away, like.
Uh-huh.
But then off in the
So
distance,
you're
I was
Spider-Man?
yeah. I told you I was like Spider-Man. Anyways, I will. Anyways, what's called. I like because my next door neighbor said he knew exactly who I was, and I was like, who was that? And they're like, my next door neighbor. I was like, no, I'm not. And then so I act like I went this way. Like I act like I went the opposite way, but in all reality, I was still watching my house, and then I saw him coming back. But he had better gear and everything. So I was like, okay. Right when I saw them, I came down, I punched all of them, I grabbed one, and then
You punched all of them?
I grabbed one, and then that one went to the cops came for him, and I also went in the cop car, so I knew he wouldn't escape, but the cop said I couldn't like because I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out now since I know he's good, but the cop said I couldn't leave because I was a witness, and
You were a witness to your own
and
murder?
then what's called they pulled over to a restaurant, and I was so bored that I was just web swinging, like I wasn't web swinging, but I was shooting webs everywhere, and then this one guy, he was like, "Oh, are you from this one TV show?" And I was like, "No." And then he sat next down to me, and he started talking all the time, and then I just I just went back home, and it all started over again.
Okay, go ahead and now tell me the dream again.
But one of the suits I had though were actually like super cool. I don't even know. I don't think it was one of Spider-Man's costumes because I doubt it. But yeah, it was super
Connor's
cool.
dream is awesome.
I know. I wish I could go back to sleep and dream it again.
But instead you're here.
Oh, this one time I dreamed, and I had like flying powers, and honestly, I woke up and I was like, "Damn, was I even a dream?" It was
Connor's
like
like, oh,
it was so detailed because like after I was done fighting crime, I went back home, and it was like like exactly how my house is like laid out.
Connie,
Never.
you were talking about your dreams to get me through the day. Alright, Connor, tell us your favorite, most awesome dream.
I don't even remember all my dreams like that, but I remember this one because it was actually good.
Hmm. So your favorite, most awesome ones aren't good?
What is that?
You heard me, boy.
No, I didn't. That did.
Alright, Connor, tell us your favorite, most awesome dream.
I had a dream today, right? And so what's it called? And then I fought them off, and then later in my dream I became a superhero. And then what's it called? And then is this your son? Yes. What's it called? And then anyways, what's it called? But in all reality, and what's it called? No. And then it all started over again. But it was so detailed. Skirt.